Hello, all you coin-loving, coin-collecting, coin aficionados out there, and welcome again to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we have for you the Flinders Bass Australian 50-cent piece. But before we go all into the Flinders Bass story and the Bass Strait story, let's take a look at the front or obverse of this coin. And when we see it has the kind of the commemorative Dodecagonal look to it. It's a 12-sided figure. It has Elizabeth II, Australia, 1998. And this is the third portrait of Elizabeth II, the so-called Raphael David Maklouf portrait. Again, a great portrait with the jewelry, and she's wearing the King George IV state diadem or crown on, and she's got the necklace and the earrings on, facing to the right, Australia 1998. If we tip this up, we see that it is a dodecagonal or 12-sided form, that it's actually been cut in that form. It's not inside any kind of rounded edge or anything. It's a copper nickel coin, and under this light it looks more copperish than it looks in the real daylight. It's worth about 36 cents US. If you did a direct exchange, this commemorative is worth a little bit more than that. 15.55 grams, 31.5 millimeters in diameter, and 3 millimeters in thickness. But then when we get to the back, we see this is a very busy coin. So this is, if we start at the top, we see there's George Bass and the engraved portrait of George Bass. Now this portrait was done by Vladimir Gottwald. And Vladimir Gottwald is a designer from the Royal Australian Mint. We see it says 50 here, George Bass's picture here. We go down a little bit and we see that we have Matthew Flinders here, and it's a little bit harder under this light, but you can see that it says Matthew Flinders, and there's Matthew there. And then over here you see that it's the 200th anniversary, so it says 1798 to 1998, and up here on the left at about 9 o'clock on a clock, it says Discovery of Bass Strait. And way up the top is a really funny little detail that was put in by Mr. Gottwald, and that is, I believe it says Sydney. So let's see if we can tip it up a little bit. So yeah, see, it says Sydney. That's where they left from. And he actually made the little lines from the voyage. And some of these, they crossed each other a couple times and went down this way, went down along the coast, went down along here, went down around, and then in and out some bays. And so what this coin commemorates is the discovery that Tasmania was not actually a part of Australia, but it was a separate island all by itself. They did this journey from Sydney in the boat, the Norfolk, and at that point in time this was called Van Diemen's Land. It was later changed to Tasmania, and these two are the guys that did it in their boat, and after they did it, they named this strait, or by strait, when we talk about strait, S-T-R-A-I-T, it's simply a passage between two land points. So this is the strait that goes between the land of Tasmania and the mainland of Australia. And if we look closely, we'll see that Gottwald did another little touch, which we don't see that much of, but it's a kind of funny, fine little touch. And I believe what we have here is a G inside a circle. I believe this is his little signature or marker touch right here. If we tip it right like that. Yeah, there we go. You can kind of see the little G there up above the pen. So this, I believe that's what Mr. Gottwald did to show that he is the one who engraved it, and that's kind of a nice, funny little feature. So a very busy coin, but a very interesting coin, and we love to see these Australian 50-cent coins. This one's probably worth around $1 US. There were 22.4 million of them made, In uncirculated condition, this is worth more. This is worth $6 or more US. But if you happen to find this, because it was a circulated commemorative coin, people used it for regular money and still can, and it's worth about 36 cents US in terms of the exchange rate, but it's worth about 50 cents minimum in bad condition to $1 plus US in conditions such as what we see here. Okay, that's all we have today from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments if you can in the comments section. And good day to all of you, and hi to Gregory if he's watching.